Don't touch that dial. You're tuned in to the Dread Podcast Network.
Welcome to Development Hell. For every horror movie that hits VOD, countless others end up DOA. Development Hell is the podcast dedicated to unearthing these cursed horror productions. We're going to find out what went wrong, and then decide if these titles still stand a shot at the green light. I am your host, Josh Corngut. I am a filmmaker in Toronto, Canada. This podcast is a proud member of the Dread Podcast Network.
Available now from Dread. Val. Finn, a wanted criminal, hides out with an escort named Val, a demon. Val offers to make his problems disappear if he follows her rules. She has been expecting him all along, and it won't be easy to escape Val's dungeon. Val is out now everywhere you buy or rent movies, and on Blu-ray November 2nd.
Welcome to the very final installment of Halloween is Cancelled. We have ran 5 episodes all about unmade Halloween sequels, and today we are going to finish things off with a conversation with a real Halloween cast member. We've got Omar J. Dorsey with us today. Omar plays Sheriff Barker in Halloween 2018 and in Halloween Kills. We have a really exciting conversation with him today, which is basically a bonus episode to wrap up our Halloween is Cancelled limited series. I really hope that you've enjoyed. We'll be back with brand new episodes of Development Hell next week, and this has just been a little exciting experiment in potential limited series, and I think it went really well, so thank you everybody for listening. I really appreciate it. So please enjoy my interview with Omar J. Dorsey.
Hello, Dread Central. My name is Omar Dorsey, a.k.a. Sheriff Barker from the Halloween franchise.
So before making Halloween, how familiar with the franchise were you?
Man, I'm a 45-year-old man. It's a part of my DNA, brother. Well, I've been watching those Halloween movies since I can remember. My cousin, Ted Lee, used to scare me when I was a kid and made me watch all the Michael Myers movies and all the other horror movies of his time, of my time. But might have been a little bit too young to be watching Halloween. But man, when as I got older, it was just a part of my makeup, and I just watched all of them, from Witches Season to H2O, to all of them, the Rob Zombies, all of them.
Wow. Okay, so you're in deep then. Are you a horror movie guy? Do you have like a favorite horror movie franchise outside of Halloween?
Outside of Halloween, because I'm not even going to lie, Halloween is my favorite. It really is. I think it's the greatest. I think John Carpenter, the original one, everything about it was perfect. The music was perfect. Of course, he did it. The Panavision, the way that he shot it was innovative. I thought all the acting was great. But outside of Halloween, I sort of like Nightmare on Elm Street because Freddy was so damn funny and scary. And he actually had lines. He wasn't just a zombie. Mm-hmm. He had personality. I think Robert Englund was tremendous as Freddy Krueger.
Oh, 100%. So I find with horror fans, we all kind of have that one movie that really fucked us up as a kid. Do you have anything like that?
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby. Yeah, that's that just threw me. And it still throws me. I might watch it tonight, actually. I told my girlfriend I wanted to scare her. So
it's the season. Oh yeah, that would scare any girlfriend, I would think. So why do you think it gets you? Why do you think it scares you so much?
Because it was Mia Farrow was just so sweet.
Yeah.
And this the more and more she fell into that cult, that scared me. It was John Cassavetes was her husband. Mm-hmm. And he didn't know what was going on at the end. They created the Devil's Spawn, and it was very scary. That and also The Shining, man. The Shining really got me.
Hell yeah.
That is the imagery in it, the blood, just the cabin fever of it all, Jack, busting through doors, Aaron, Shelley Duvall killing Catman Scruthers, all of that, man. It just, look, those two movies were the ones that really got me. And as a kid, Child's Play. My Buddy doll, right? Everybody my age wanted to have a My Buddy doll, and I had one. And the next thing I know, my buddy became a homicidal maniac.
Did you have to get rid of it, or did he stay in your life?
He stayed in the basement, in the corner somewhere. I never played with him after I saw that movie.
Well, that's how you make a villain. You put them in the basement for too long.
You're right. Yeah,
you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Are you a Stephen King fan? You mentioned The Shining.
I love Stephen King, man. I love Misery. I love Shining. I love big time Stephen King fan.
Oh yeah, Misery, in my opinion, may be one of the scariest movie adaptations of all of them.
You know what, man? One thing about it is the guy's a writer, right? He's like, this accident, but it's you thinking that this lady is a nurse going to nurse you back to health, not knowing she's an obsessed fan. And next thing you know, it just falls off the rails. It's very scary because it's something that could sort of maybe happen.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're in the public eye. Have you ever had any kind of scary or weird experiences with fans?
Yeah, sort of, kind of, but I just let them go, man. I mean, you know what? More than anything, it's because of the world we're living in. It's the social media stuff. They'll come at you. I don't even read my DMs anymore, especially I don't know. Started like especially when I was on, when Queen Sugar TV show I'm on first started. Got a lot of fans, and man, it was like really crazy people. And I know where you live. I know your house. This is your house, right?
Did you get security?
Yeah, for sure.
After that,
I called my lawyer and said, "Can we please make sure this person doesn't come around me?" Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of Queen, what's that like working with Ava DuVernay on that?
It's amazing. I've been working with Ava now for like 8 years. I've been at Selma with her 6 seasons. We're about to go on. We're about to start shooting our 7th season of Queen Sugar. So I've been working with her. And we're for 8 years now. We're just a collaborative team. We've done a lot of things together. We did When They See Us. I just did a cameo on another one of her TV shows. But working with her is it's just like working with family. She's my sister.
What is she like on set?
Well, she's very collaborative with it, right? You would think a person who's such a cult of personality wouldn't be. No, it really is. And she always tends to get the best cinematographers and the best gaffers and the best light people and the best everything, the best sound people to make her shows, really pop, because she wants to trust everybody who she's working with. It's so much fun working with her. And like I said, we have a rhythm now. She'll write something. I say, I know what you want me to say, so I'll say it like this. She's like, just do what you want to do with Omar. Yeah. The same way with David Gordon Green. Yeah, because with DGG, I've been working with him for almost 10 years, right? Since Eastbound and Down. So we've been rocking for that long, and he just trusts me. Just do it as you will. And that's what I really respect out of my directors.
Have you ever done directing yourself? Have you ever gone from being a creative actor into writing and directing on the other side?
I certainly have. I directed a film a couple of years ago, and it's in the film festivals now. And I've directed music videos also. Directing a music video about a month ago. I'm going to direct another one next month. So yeah, but I like acting a little bit more because directing it, man, it's an all day. It's your whole life.
I'd love to hear more about that film that's going into the film festival circuit. Are you able to talk about it?
Yeah, I can definitely talk about it. It's with Blue Kimball and with Vanessa Simmons. Of course, that's Russell Simmons' daughter. It's called Live. I'm sorry, Live. Like Instagram Live, whatever. But yeah, it's Live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about this couple who are dealing with the death of his best friend and her brother, and it turns into a suspense thriller. It's a 2-person piece, and there's a lot of it's a scary-ish movie, but it's a 2-person piece, just those two in a room and in a chair and in a bed. It's just dialogue heavy, but it's really fun.
Do you come from the theater? Because this sounds like it's theater inspired.
It is so theater inspired, man.
Yeah.
Certainly, man. It's funny. I never thought I was going to be a film actor. I always thought I was going to be a theater actor.
Wow.
Like my whole life. My mother was a theater director, so I thought I was going to be a theater actor. I still am a theater actor. I still am. I did a show, the Apollo, a couple years ago. That's the last time I've been on stage because stage shut down.
Yeah.
But I'm always I'm on stage as much as I can.
What was the first time you were on stage? Do you remember? What was the first play you were in?
I might have been 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
I I was doing these talent shows. My mother taught me the 23rd Psalms. And so I was doing these talent shows. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Yeah, I was doing.
You still have it memorized?
Yeah, I do. I still have it for some reason. I know it's like 40 years later.
Wow,
but,
she got you into it. She sounds like a hard boss.
No, she was so sweet. My mama texted me today. Can I read you what my mom texted me? Can I please read this?
Yeah.
So this episode of Queen Sugar came on last night.
Okay.
My mom said, "Good morning. Just thinking about your performance on Queen Sugar last night.
Aww.
You are truly anointed and a gifted performer. Proud to be your mom. Love you."
Oh,
that was
my God.
Hey, this is my mom today. I don't know if you can read that or not.
I can. We should have got her for this. We should have got her on the Zoom.
So my daughter is a director, right? She just graduated from college. Yeah. So she just graduated from Howard University. She's a director. She's working with Ava right now, actually. But she's going to direct a short with her. My mom are the leads.
Oh, incredible! So your mom's not just a director; she's a performer too.
She's a performer too. Yeah. So it's going to be great.
Creative family.
Hey, it's the family business, baby. It's the family business, Josh. That's what we do.
I love that. Have you seen anything scary lately besides Halloween Kills? Was there anything on the docket that impressed you? No is a acceptable answer.
You know what? Squid Games, it wasn't scary, but it was really good.
It's scary on a different level.
It's scary on a different level. I tell you what, walking across the glass bridge, that was, the games were very scary. The opening, the first game with the hide and go, red light, green light, that was, I said, what is going on? What are we doing here?
Oh my God.
So yeah, that was the scariest thing I've seen.
Oh yeah, we're big fans of Squid Game over at Dread Central. It's blowing everyone's minds. So you brought up cults because it sounds like that was kind of an inspiration. Have you seen Midsommar?
Of course I have, man. Oh my God.
It's polarizing, so I was wondering how you felt.
So all right. So my daughter was all right. So my daughter was in London about 2 or 3 years ago. She was learning at Oxford doing Shakespeare, and I went and visited her. Went a few countries in Europe. And she said, "Dad, have you seen Midsommar?" I was like, "Nah, I haven't seen it. Nah, it's nothing like anything I want to see. So I guess during the quarantine last year, I just pulled it up and I said, "Oh my God." Yeah. It was so good. It was amazing. It was, I'll tell you, it was like, it was one of the things that it was a pleasant surprise because I didn't really know what I was getting into. It's almost like the Darren Aronofsky movie, Mob, right? I didn't know what I was getting into when I walked into that. And I was like, this is just so different. And I love different film. I like my filmmaking to be so different and it's so off the wall. It's something I'm not expecting. So Midsommar was really fit that bill.
Do you think you'd ever make a horror movie yourself? It sounds like what you make recently was like a thriller, maybe in that category, but would you ever go full horror, especially if someone gave you a script?
You know what? Maybe horror is a lot about the editing, right? It's about those sound cues and the cuts. I've been looking at. I know you've seen the films that made us, right? So I've been looking at a lot of those lately, and I was, noticing about the Nightmare on Elm Street, as I just said, and just a lot of it was made in editing. So I think I could make it. I just have to have an amazing editor. I have to have a Sally Menken or somebody with me.
I mean, it's always about the editor. They're doing half the job. We don't like to admit it. So I was wondering if you could give me any details about what it's like working with David Gordon Green. And I was wondering if what he was like to work with and if you have any stories about him on set.
It's so crazy. It's like, man, I just know David and Danny McBride. Like, those are we do bro shit together. We do these. We did just Down for a whole season. Yeah. Party in Wilmington for a whole 3 or 4 months. So it's like now when he calls me, it's so random. He texts me I texted him one day when I saw the previews for what was it? Righteous Gemstones. And we started. I said, dude, you're ready to go in there? We started. So me and David started talking about it, and he was like, yeah. He said, you know what? Oh, I got something for you, man. What are you doing in October of something? I was like, no, I think it might have been Vice Principals, actually. It was before, so it's when Vice Principals was out. And I was talking to him, and we would chop it up. And then he asked me what I was doing in October of 2017. I said, nothing, what's going on? So I had this movie, I want you to come in. I was like, okay. I didn't know what it was. I had zero idea. I actually thought it was going to be Righteous Gemstones, right? Because I heard about them. I'm doing it. But when I saw it was Halloween, I said, oh my goodness, man. Like, wow, yeah, I would love to be a part of it. And when I read the first script, the original Halloween 2018, and I saw it didn't die. And then we were talking, he was like, yeah, because in part 2, I said, oh, you see me in part 2? He's like, yeah, of course. course. I was floored. But man, David just lets you. You know what? Like he'll let you do what you want to do. Then he'll give you a direction out of what you're doing.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, I like that. Okay, now so try it like this and try it like this. It's some outtakes, especially in 2018. That man, I would love to see some of that stuff. If we had some outtakes when I'm coming in like Yosemite Sam, pew pew, it was coming in like wilding out.
And you got to film it, or was it just on?
Yeah, we shot all of that. We shot it all. I thought it was gonna be in the movie. I was like, oh man, like it's things that you don't even think that get in the movie that you don't even think about. Like in this last one, when I'm looking down at the hat and I'm just looking despondent, I was like, we'd never use that, man. But it ended up making the cutting room.
Isn't it in the trailer?
No, that part of the trailer, like, no, that's in like when my hat is on the ground and I'm just looking at it like, what in the hell is going on?
Okay.
I don't know if that's in the trailer. I didn't see that in the trailer.
I mean, you're featured in that trailer pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. Like, yeah, that trailer was, I had no, but I knew one line was going to be in there. Yeah, I knew. I said, this will be in the trailer. This will be in a teaser. So yeah.
Any snippet or news that we can get on your involvement with Halloween Ends?
No, I haven't even read it yet. I was talking to the Blumhouse people, and I was talking to David. I talk to David like a couple times a week. But just about random life stuff. But he was like, oh man, it's gonna be good. I said, so how do I die? And he just started laughing. I was like, I have to die. Michael Myers has to kill me. Or I know what. It's like it has to go one way or the other. So we were just laughing about it. The guys at Blumhouse, we were at the premiere, they were like, oh yeah, we read the script for this one. It's gonna be so good. I was like, all right, cool, I'm ready for it.
What was it like watching it with an audience? Were people freaking out?
So Dig, I had a screener in Atlanta. University did a screener for me in Atlanta. I invited all my friends and family. It was like probably 100 or more people there. And I saw it originally, just me and two of my best friends who saw it in New York a couple of months ago. And we were like, oh man. And they were like, this is the best Halloween. They loved it. It's really good.
Yeah.
So when I saw it with 100 people and just looking around, I'm like, oh wow, okay, it's really connecting. And it really has connected. And I'm really happy about that. These are trying times right now.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And it's one of those movies that just like brings the whole theater together. You got to see it with like as many people as possible if it's a safe situation. Now that you're like in the horror ecosystem, have you noticed that it's different? Like, have you noticed that the fans are wilder than they were before? Like,
yeah, it is. You know what? I did a horror anthology, right? Called Soul City about 3 years ago, and a lot of people didn't see it. The people who saw it were like, "Oh my goodness!" I basically played the devil. I take people to that final destination, and I'm a taxi driver. And I take people like, okay, you need to go here. I'll tell you what, you should go to this pillow place. And then the whole story, it's like, it's like, it was like the hit, it was like Tales from the Crypt type thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like I will take them somewhere, and the whole story will go on from there, whatever happens. And then in the end, it finds out that I'm the person.
So really like the narrator, kind of.
The narrator, yes, or the tour guide, basically.
I love that. What was the name of that? One more time.
It's called Soul City, and it was on Topics. It was on Topics, but yeah, it's really good. Actually, it was really good.
So what's up next for you, other than Halloween Ends? What's coming up in the next few months?
Well, right now I'm shooting a television show called Raising Canaan. It's on Stars. This season 2 for it. It's been a pretty big show. Season 1 was pretty big. Season 2 is going to be just as big because now I'm the new guy in it. So that's awesome. And then I'm going back to do season 7 of Queen Sugar in March. And then sometime I'm doing Halloween Kills in January, February, and March, I think.
So what's going to take to get Ava DuVernay to make a horror movie now?
You know what, man? Me asking her.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was getting at.
She wants to do one bad too. I just talked to her. I talked to her. And she was like, "Omar, I really," because she was talking about Halloween. She's like, "It's doing great, it's doing so good. I'm proud." She's like, "But I really want to do a horror movie because she loves genre. She does."
Yeah. Of course.
So yeah. You know what else was really scary? I don't know if did you guys watch Lovecraft Country?
Of course. Yeah.
Yo, man, that stuff was a lot of that stuff is very scary.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. So tragic that's not getting a season 2. I saw how they mapped out their season 2 and it was going to be so good.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's very tragic. One of my favorite drag queens was in it, Monet Exchange. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
You know what? So I was there when they were shooting that because I was shadow directing that episode. I was a shadow director on that episode. So I was, it was the one when they were in the, they were in the drag show, right?
Wait, you directed that episode?
No, I was shadowing.
Damn. Okay,
cool. Yeah, the director was Cheryl Dungay, one of my really good friends. So that's right before I started about to shoot my film, and I was shadowing her for, while she was doing that episode. And man, I was there. It was tremendous, man. It was really
cool. That's cool. I love when drag and horror can combine. I'm not going to hold you for too much longer because this has been so good and I don't want to waste your whole day. But I was wondering, did you get any one-on-one time with Jamie Lee Curtis, the queen of our genre? And do you have any stories from what it was like working with her?
So I worked with her a little bit in part one, not much. We talked a little bit, not too much. But when we got on set for part two, she was like, Omar, I meant to tell you, I didn't get a chance to talk to you during the, while too much during the shooting of the last one, even at the premiere, because I was running around. She said, but your performance was just so nuanced. It was so great. I was like, you're the queen of scream. I appreciate it. That means everything coming from you. So we just had a good time. Now we're like bosom buddies. Like, I don't say we're bosom buddies. I don't have a phone number or anything, but she every time she sees me, she gives me a big hug and Omar. And I'm like, oh man, the queen of scream knows my name.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
I guess I do have one more question before I let you go. There's like a legacy of sheriffs in the Halloween franchise that you're sort of taking the mantle of. I was wondering, did you look back at Sheriff Brackett's history and use that as inspiration?
Luckily, I got a chance to work with Brackett in the last one. And I knew, one thing about this, all the sheriffs in Halloween, because it does take place overnight, it takes place in one night, they're sort of thrown for a loop. They don't know what is going on. Oh, there's a madman in town. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because it takes place in one day, right? So then the investigation will happen. Like, okay, so I want to see what part three is going to hold, because I think Brackett was just but his daughter died, so. But I think he was just as bumbling as much as Barker, because Barker, like, come on, y'all, what are you talking about? It's not really that bad. But it really was though. So yeah.
I mean, he seemed like one of the few people that kind of had a head on his shoulders in a crisis. Did you resonate with that?
I did, because one thing about it is, like, I think, with the citizens of Haddonfield, because they had experienced Michael Myers before, I take it that Brackett was sort of new to the town, didn't really know the real history of Michael Myers. So he's not as affected as Brackett, as Tommy Doyle, as Laurie Strode is, or other people are, right? Yeah. So he's like, come on, guys, don't worry about it. We're going to get him. No, you don't get it. This is evil. He's evil. Like, it can't be that. He was just one old man running around with a knife, not knowing he's evil personified.
Yeah, I love the chaos in Halloween Kills. You guys all did such a great job. Cannot wait for the next one. And thank you for talking with me today. This was such a blast.
All right, well, thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back with another episode of Development Hell.
Thank you for listening to the Dread Podcast Network.